This is my image for the day. It's one of confusion, which has reached epic proportions for small and now large businesses due to the Payroll Protection Program, quote, rollout, end quote. I'm Kuhn, CEO of Qnity, and along with my partner Aaron and our team, we're here to help make small business finances simple, visual, and actionable. Our mission is to level up the collective financial intelligence for small business owners, which, guys, it's needed now more than ever. So in this video, I'm going to share my perspective, updates, and tips on government relief, including the Payroll Protection Program. Secondly, I'll provide tips on financial sustainability, stressing the importance of getting financial education and winning the long game. All right, so first, government relief. We're doing our best to get you the most recent and accurate information regarding relief and assistance for your small businesses and your teams. While we're not tax experts, financial lenders, or employment attorneys, we're committed to making this information more digestible and presenting it to you as simple as we can. Well, it seems like every small business owner in America contacted their bank to apply for the Payroll Protection Program on Friday. And almost all were left frustrated and still in financial limbo heading into the weekend. And here's a couple examples of the confusion and volatility going on right now. First, yesterday, one of our clients, who's a small business owner in the Bay Area, was notified that the $379,000 disaster loan she was approved for on Thursday was just capped at $15,000. Oh, that's just a $364,000 swing. The relief she was counting on just changed, and it changed without warning. Secondly, I was in an email chain with leaders in the franchise community over the weekend. They represent hundreds of thousands of small businesses from a multitude of different industries. These are very smart and skilled professionals with tons of resources, and even they were confused on the technicality of the Payroll Protection Program, trying to make sense out of what makes no sense at all with payroll calculations. They're like many that are trying to figure out, why is it so hard to develop a universal calculation of the amount a business can borrow? This is vexing even the smartest financial minds. Now, in previous videos, we advise you to expect weeks of chaos before participating banks, unemployment agencies, tax, and other professionals in the government are ready to fully process every detail of small business relief programs, such as the CARES Act. As we said in the last video, although banks are able to start funding as of Friday, that does not mean that they are ready. So honestly, I'm not surprised by any of this confusion. The Payroll Protection Program through the CARES Act has been touted as a lifeline for small businesses who've been forced to close or dramatically reduce their business due to the coronavirus. However, information regarding the program is ever-changing, it's inconsistent, and it's downright confusing. Frequent changing of guidance from the Treasury Department, including an interim final update published only hours before the deadline that banks were given to begin accepting loans, left many lenders unsure of how to proceed. So the Payroll Protection Program was rushed through the implementation process and was pushed live before banks had the ability to create stable processes for accepting and funding applications. The SBA, the Treasury Department, and the Federal Reserve were tasked with completing the process that normally takes months to implement in just 7 days, and now banks are expected to execute it. Major banks, including Wells Fargo and Chase, publicly said on Friday they just weren't ready yet to accept applications. A top executive from Bank of America said, "It's like building an airplane while you're flying it." Lenders have stated that the SBA and the Treasury Department have failed to provide them with the necessary guidance, set unrealistic deadlines, and set requirements for the loans that are just unworkable. The effective lack of regulations and detailed guidelines, including the extent lenders might be held liable for loans, it's kind of important, has many just scratching their heads. So as we navigate this confusion at the same time as banks, here's a few tips for the Payroll Protection Program. And now this is based upon what we know now, which is Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. And this is for those that intend to apply. First, your ability to get to the front of the line likely depends in part on having a good relationship with your lender. Of course, try that approach first. Secondly, apply for your paycheck protection loan through multiple banks in the hope that one of them might be able to process your application first. Third, don't assume that because you applied, your loan will be approved and that your application will be processed. A number of online financial firms, for example, are collecting applications, but many haven't yet been approved to even make payroll protection loans themselves. In the meantime, many companies are packaging up applications, hoping to sell them to banks in bulk. Fourth, beware of loan scams, especially from people who say they can get you a loan faster for a fee. You shouldn't have to pay a fee to submit a payroll protection loan application. Fifth, remember the rules can and will change as we've seen before. Now let's step back. I also want to share some lessons and some further tips as it relates to financial sustainability, and we'll call this the long view. Number one, don't depend on any aid. You can't count on it, and it cannot be a panacea. Don't be guilty of not taking other actions. Now is the time to level up your financial know-how. Relief or no relief, your current financial situation will be stretched, and you'll need a new, smarter financial mind for the long haul. Many of our clients are taking this to heart, and it gives me joy to see them taking time every day to learn and to become better equipped for making good, financial decisions, especially during a very volatile time. Much of the aid is outside your control. What you can control is your brain and your financial smarts. Few small business owners invest time in learning the financial part of the business. It's going to become more important than ever, though, so level up. Watch for our videos to help make this simple and visual. Now use this time to upgrade your financial practices. Be ready to be an expert and nimble as a small business cash flow planner. This includes, but it's not limited to, budgets, forecasts, and projections. Whether or not the government or lenders request forecasts and budgets, you need to get really good at it with frequent changes to the assumptions based upon unprecedented uncertainty. Take the long view. This is a great time to learn and take greater control of your financial acumen. Above all, I'm an educator, and I just love seeing the light bulbs go off when hardworking, non-financial based, small business owners are able to better understand and implement the next level of financial practices to survive this and then thrive. In closing, small business is the engine of our economy. You may be confused, stressed out, frustrated, and it's all understandable. You're carrying a lot of weight and tasked with making some really big decisions. Your mental, emotional, and physical health are incredibly important. Be sure to ask for support and seek guidance when you need it, because we need you, and I know you have the strength to get through this. My partner and daughter Erin and I will have more tips in upcoming videos. My request to you is to pay this forward by sharing the Qnity YouTube channel to other small businesses that you care about. And if you haven't done so yet, please be sure to subscribe for updates. And this also lets us know that this information is helpful to you. So please share your thoughts in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you, and I know other small business owners would too. And again, pay this forward, and if you haven't subscribed to the Qnity YouTube channel, do so now. Thank you so much, and we look forward to staying in touch with you.